All right, Misfit, confession time from yours truly. I'm changing my position on something I've been saying for a long time. Even 8 months ago, I was telling experts, don't worry about publishing content, your expertise being out there on the World Wide Web, etc. If you want to grow your business, you didn't need to. And I had proven that to be true based on my relationship-led growth framework called the Golden Rings that we work through together in Band of Misfits. And that Golden Rings framework still holds up to this day. However, a lot has changed in the marketplace, and we as experts have to be seen online, specifically in those cool AI prompts. In fact, I'm so grateful that one of our crew members, a guy named Jimi Gibson, who is everything from a former professional magician to a marketing rock star to he helps people work on their TED Talks. He's come out with this new book that I highly recommend called UNINVISIBLE. And what he did in this book was so really cool. He did this study. He studied 400 companies across 5 industries and asked AI 2,400 questions about each of those companies. The finding was clear. Companies where the owner was visible to AI were growing, and the companies where the visible owner was invisible were declining, often up to nearly 30%. Whew. So you're an expert, you have a small business, you are a fractional leader, you are a consultant, you're an executive coach selling into organizations, et cetera, et cetera. Where are people finding people like you today, right? They are doing search prompts inside of AI looking for solutions, and we want you to be there. And how do you do it? It just seems like this black box mystery. Well, Jimi has cracked the code, and he makes it very clear in this book, which I really appreciate. He said this is not a tactics book. There are no templates to copy, no funnels to build. Now that resonates with me, Misfit, because I find most tactics, done for you solutions, blah, 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 to be garbage. Do a video on why that is later, but frameworks, best practices, first principles are where it's at. And that's what Jimi lays out in this book. And by the way, Misfit, I can hear you saying now, but Stephen, you don't understand. I don't have any time to read, blah, blah, blah. Look how thin this book is. See that? I mean, this is tiny. This is tiny. You could read this in a couple hours and then apply the book, because I am still a 100% huge advocate of building high quality winning relationships with your current clients, referral sources, door openers, etc., to build your business. But if you're only indexed on one way for people to come in to find out that you exist and how magnificent you are, you're leaving money on the table purely. And even in the last 8 to 10 months, as I've studied the macro trends in the marketplace, the key takeaway from all the data that I've been researching and all the people that I've been talking to is the economy and the marketplace continues to be very uncertain. And uncertainty causes people to freeze, i.e., clients who are sitting on their wallets, i.e., maybe I don't want to invest in the business yet because I don't know which way the wind is going to blow. And increasingly, when I talk to our Misfit members, I find over and over again a similar pattern. And this is something I advise in Misfits. What's happening with AI tools is that it's actually elongating, stretching out the buyer's journey, your customer journey to find you. Because what they're doing is they're going into AI and using AI tools to supplement or augment or create interim solutions before hiring somebody like you, right? It's creating this longer window. Now, if your customer has legitimate challenges that a human expert, i.e. you, can solve, they will eventually wake up to the fact that they need to hire an expert and hire you if, drum roll, if they can find you. UNINVISIBLE by Jimi Gibson. Highly recommend you get this book. Highly recommend you read the book. Highly recommend you implement the book. And I'm grateful that Jimi is one of our crew members. He's one of our outside experts that we bring in to help coach inside of Misfits. So we're going to get Jimi back into Band of Misfits this fall to go through this book in more detail and provide high quality recommendations. But you can get started now, Misfit. Get this book, UNINVISIBLE, Jimi, Jimi Gibson. UNINVISIBLE. Say it for the rest of the folks in the back, Stephen. UNINVISIBLE. Be visible to your customers. Get this book today. All right, Misfit. Talk soon.